In my Sony catalog is all the Beatles music, all of, Little Richard's music. I own Sly and the Family Stone. I own Elvis, so many Elvis songs, and it's a huge catalog. It's very valuable. It's worth a lot of money, and there is a big fight going on right now as we speak about that. Now, I can't say whether or not. I can't comment on it. There's a lot of conspiracy. I'll say there's a lot of conspiracy going on as we speak.
Yeah!
So I'm leaving Sony a free agent. Owning half of Sony. So I own half of Sony's publishing, and I'm leaving them, and they're very angry at me because of it. But I just did good business,
Guys, so it's been reported that the Michael Jackson estate are looking to sell 50% of Michael Jackson's music catalog and music rights to Sony for about $800 to $900 million. So this is just for 50% of his catalog. They still want to be able to maintain control over the music and the catalogs, but this is a huge amount for Michael Jackson's catalog. Now, bear in mind that back in 2018, a few years after Michael Jackson's death, they sold 50% of Michael Jackson's ATV catalog, which was owned between Michael Jackson and Sony Music. They sold that for almost $500 million. Michael Jackson had been proud to own one of the largest private catalogs, which included the music of the Beatles as well as Eminem. And Michael owned that. He was proud of that. And yet, no sooner that he died, that his estate sold it back to Sony. And now they're looking to sell off more of his music to Sony for, as I said, half of his stuff for almost $900 million. Hard thing to fathom is that Michael Jackson would have been spilling in his grave if he had known that this is what's happening. And what is more suspicious and sad is the fact that less than 2 years before Michael Jackson died, he rewrote his will and named the current executors, John Bonacker and John McClain, as his facilitators to his estate if anything were to happen to him. He hadn't been in contact with them for more than 10 years. But as I said, just within a year or two before he died, he rewrites his will and names them. And now they've been selling off things that he's worked hard to collect. But it does get to tell you that when you die, you take nothing with you, you own nothing, and there's nothing that you can do with those who are left behind. Unfortunately, the family were not put in a position where they could veto this or do anything other than watch from afar. So let me know what your thoughts. I mean, even rights to the new Michael Jackson bio is included, as well as revenue driven from his Broadway play musical, as well as Circus Soleil, and they actually may start to use the money to build a Michael Jackson museum and a tourist attraction. You know, for fans of Michael Jackson like myself, if they can continue to celebrate his legacy, that's great. But just knowing that they're selling off his catalog, knowing that he worked hard to keep that and preserve that, and I believe he would have preferred his children and his family to benefit from that, as opposed to selling it off. Because when you sell it off, that's it. You don't own anything. Generationally, you just have cash which can easily burn off. But when you own and keep hold of stuff, the values shoot up. The value of the catalog that they sold to Sony back in 2016, has almost tripled in price. And so these are very short-sighted deals, and it only benefits those who are running this estate right now. But let me know what you think, and let me know your thoughts. Take care.